gospel that Satan desires to sift you kind. Because now the times that we're living in, Satan is going to is throwing the kitchen sink at you, right? This guy got it. Wait, wait.
No, this is Ephesians 5 and 15 and 16. Seeing that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time because the days are evil. No, exactly. Because we know we're at that latter end. That's why in 2nd Ezra 9 it talks about measuring the time diligently in itself. We know that everybody's heart's waxing cold because guess what? Wickedness has polluted the whole planet. So now everybody's on the edge. Nobody sees a better tomorrow. Everybody wants to fucking bench themselves today. Like I said, it was somebody being carnal. It's gonna be extra carnal now because he has that chip on his shoulder.
You know? And everybody's ready. Is walking around with a chip on his shoulder. And you talking about everybody wearing their heart and emotions on the sleeve? This is it, right? You can say, "Fuck you looking at that?" This is a shootout right after that over nothing, just over a look.
Yep.
A fucking lie. Are you serious? You look. Matter of fact, I wasn't even looking. Y'all look this bitch behind you, man. Matter of fact, I was looking at this bitch in my mind, and you just happen to think I was thinking about you, nigga. What the fuck? And that's how temperamental everybody is. They're so fucking. I mean, you can't say shit to a motherfucker now without damn near having a shootout, especially here in Chicago. This is Galatians 1 and 4, who gave himself for our sins that he might deliver us from this present evil world according to the will of God and our Father. If that was over 2,000 years ago, and 2nd Ezra says, look at one grain of evil seed and see how much it's sprouted. Well, 2,000 years later, if it was already a present evil world, this fucking place is max. This is a greatly wicked world, and it's going to be designed to get you to go off.
I got one.
Go ahead, brother.
This is Matthew 24 and 12. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. All right. So, you know, everything is so wicked out. Don't nobody really have that, what you would call it, that neighborly love towards one another. Everybody, hey, look, and that's why one thing in Chicago, hey, you don't really even see Jake saying hi to each other. You know, you go to other places, you know, in Atlanta, Texas, or whatever, everybody say hi to you friendly.
Jake might speak to each other.
Yeah. These young cats, you tell one of them hi, they'd be ready to up on you. They'd be thinking you trying to rob them. You know what I mean?
They do.
You know?
It's like they got the spirit of Esau. And what's the scripture say? As is the king.
So is his officer. Yeah.
Well, look at the music that they're listening to, which Esau set that up.
That's right.
You know, what they're constantly bombarded with, you know, with nothing but wickedness, and that's all they listen to.
Yeah.
And that trap stuff, if you won't even call it music.
It's called trap music.
You
It's
know,
a whole trap.
so it's telling you, it's just trap music. It's gonna trap you right into that damn prison system, or it's gonna trap you right to the grave. One or the other. All right. And basically, not only are the people, the brothers are sick and tired of being sick and tired, man.
That's right.
We really are fighting to hold on. That's why I believe that the Lord is going to make a lot of things happen. They're talking about rolling blackouts, three days at a time in all major cities across America this summer, before the summer's end. And we know that we're going to run out of wheat in America in most parts of the world before the summer's end.
And
So
the food banks are all running dangerously low.
very low, man. This is Psalms 69:3, and it reads, "I am weary of my crying." And brothers be crying, man. I've cried. I get so mad till I just get tears in my eyes, man, because I'm so frustrated. And I know I'm not the only one. All right, sometimes it's been times when I'm watching a brother's video and I can hear his pain that I just break down.
Yep.
Because I understand what he's going through. You know? And it says, "I am weary of my crying, my throat is dry, my eyes fail, while I wait for my God." And that's what we're waiting for, our power to come and deliver us out of this, man. All right? I just realized today, watching a video of the brothers in Boston, not Boston, the DC camp, a Baltimore camp. It was in Baltimore, DC. One of them, I remember. What's the one with Yada God in? DC. I'm watching a video with them, man, and it broke me down. I'm watching them, and the brother was talking about the different organizations, the money-making organizations that are all crooked and wicked, and how much money they work. And it just made me realize that I'm never gonna get any relief on this side because I expose the one that generates the most money. All right. So you got all these different loans and the school loans and all that stuff, all worth billions of them collecting off the people. The one institution that makes the biggest money is
cash.
Title 4D.
Cash.
Yep. All right, which is unlawful according to the American Constitution, and it's fraudulently set up. It's not even legal, but it's their biggest cash cow. And you people out there call it child support. It is $115 billion annually. So it made me realize now I know why my case is just sitting cold for 2 years now. All right, because they are not going to rule on that case because they can't.
Because it go on record.
It will go on record and it would ruin it.
So they'll keep postponing it.
So that they look. So but it just goes to show you. It just made me. I was like, damn, that's the realization of it, and it kind of fucked me up. But the flip side of it is that I know this place is over.
Yep.
It's over. So all we gotta do is hold on, man.
That's it. I got some.
Bring it out, brother.
This is Luke 21:19. In your patience possess ye your souls, man.
And see, patience. That's the key. The flesh is going to quickly want to go do something. Why? Because we're warriors. He says, endure hardness as a good soldier. Every man of the Lord is a soldier.
Just like on the left-hand side, they're ready to do something. You know, the brother that did that video, that collage of all them the Edomite patriots. I don't know if you brothers saw it.
Yeah.
Send it to the group. That video will give. Hey, that's how we know it's over because Esau is sick and tired of being sick and tired. He's sick and tired on the left-hand side, and they are ready to go at the government to do what the one soldier told. He said, "Look, I love my fellow soldiers. You know, I honor my police officers." But he said, he said something to the effect. But if you get in the way of this, if you stand behind any of these bureaucrats or politicians and try to do away with the Second Amendment, then you part of the problem, and I will be coming to see you too.
See, that's seditions among men.
And then the one dude, you know, what he say? Yeah, we coming to see you. I hope you got level 5. That dude.
That's the vest.
Yeah, I know what it is. You know what it is.
That's it. Remember the video I sent you about the Puerto Rican guy? Like,
Oh yeah.
the video.
Yeah.
Because
the army. I sent the elder video. Right. There's a Puerto Rican guy who's part of the army, and he's like, "So you guys gonna fight against us?" He was basically showing all the air support, the equipment. He said, "So patriots, go ahead with your AR-15s." He said, "We got planes, we got drones. Whenever you guys are ready."
But here's the thing that he doesn't know. A lot of the guys that are in the army are part of these militias too.
Yeah.
See, that's what he does.
That's why
They get ready to go at each other. A lot of these policemen, they're compromised. That's why they want to remove the guns.
Hey,
That's so you're gonna see
Both sides.
more and more mass shootings. All right, so we just gotta endure all this madness.
That's right.
Basically.
And matter of fact,
see that video.
if I can read this, since you said we gotta endure this madness, this is 1 Corinthians 9:27. But I keep under my body and bring it into subjection. Now, and Ariel, I want you to go into that word where you breaking it down for the from the Latin perspective. But he said, "But I keep under my body and bring it into subjection, lest that by any means, when I have preached to others, I myself should be a castaway."
Exactly. So we we get so frustrated and we get casted away over something that we've been telling you not to do. All right? It's just like having trouble in the flesh when you're dealing with these women, with these Israelite women. I'm at the point where I don't want no wife. I don't want to deal. I don't want to have. The scripture clearly says, if you have wives, be as if you have none. So it's like I don't even want to. I don't miss the whole wife thing.
I love you, babe.
You know, because it's just because I got more. I can focus more on me doing shit I want to do, and then I can focus. And most importantly, I can focus on this truth. I'm not trying to figure out when I'm gonna see you and and what money I gotta spend on you, and where I gotta take you to, and what bill I gotta pay for my own, then try to pay yours, and all that other. I don't have to worry about none of that, man. It's better to not even have a woman, man. You know, now I used to scoff, years back. Brothers that said they dealt with harlots, men in the world that said they dealt with harlots, but now I get it. And what's the
said you pay him to leave.
Yeah, exactly. The old Italian dude said that, man. The dude that owned Orso's restaurant up in Old Town. All right, many people in Chicago know who he is. Old Frank, and he said, shoot, I don't, I'm gonna pay him to leave. Right, because after that part is over, what else is there left?
Right. Awkward moment.
He's gonna break down that word.
So this is 1 Corinthians 9:27, but when you get the Spanish version, which ultimately goes to the Latin, it says that he basically beat himself. The word golpeo means actually physically beating himself into subjection. So he would beat him like, is it Daniel's 12:10 or 10:12? Where he said when he started chastising himself, the Lord began to hurt him, came for it. That's the spirit. Jake wanted to get it. But basically in the Spanish, it goes into how Paul, it says that he would beat himself into subjection. All right, and the keep and beat are two different. So that's why you got to go into the words, because when you go to the Latin, it's him actually like, and that happens. If you ever seen Jake be on that distraught of level, they're like, man,
I seen it. I used to get mad at my daughter. My daughter would do something when she done something like, me and her mom would fuss. Like, man, what the fuck you doing? She's like,
yeah.
Hey, what you doing beating up? You said, no, stop. That's my job.
Good.
Yeah, but you don't beat yourself, but we do. All right, and she would, and naturally you'd be like, oh, I'm so stupid. I'm so fucking stupid. Well, and that's the essence of it. Go ahead.
Yeah, because it's basically killing the flesh. It is what I'm basically getting at, because even in the word hupo or daisio, it goes into subdue. What are you subduing? One's passions.
How do you subdue somebody?
Subdue,
yes.
right.
Knock him down. You gotta,
yes.
I'll ankle pick you.
Yes, subdue the flesh, because it says in the my flesh, the Apostle Paul said, in my flesh dwelleth no good thing.
Zero.
So we're subduing the flesh. And
and that's why this is coming out right now, because we are the men of the Lord. And Elder mentioned it, men of the Lord are pissed off. We're uptight. We are done.
Somebody grab wisdom, wake up the wise man mad.
Yes.
You can't know and understand what we know and not be mad and not be frustrated.
Yes.
Well, it says, with much knowledge comes much sorrow.
Man, and
because
Chris,
now we understand the truth, and we understand how things would be if it was ran with the righteousness of the Most High. But it's not like that, and so we mad, because it says, hey, through thy precepts I get understanding. Therefore, I hate every false way. But every false way is going on in this world right now, and so we hate it. But here it is, our flesh want to do the same thing of this world, and be on BS and be on evil ways, and do these evil things. But we have to subdue this flesh. Anybody got what the elder called? Go ahead.
This book of Ecclesiastes 7:7 says, "The oppression maketh the wise man mad, and a gift destroys the heart."
See, surely oppression maketh the wise man mad. We're being every way. Righteousness is being oppressed. Life is being oppressed.
Every day.
All right. So here it is. We mad about that, but we got to deal with it. All right. We got to go through it. And if I may get one real quick, in this Romans 6:16, it says, "Know ye not that whom ye yield yourself servants to obey, his servants ye are, to whom ye obey, whether of sin unto death, or of obedience unto righteousness." Obeying the will, the plan, the righteousness of the Father. Or are you going to obey your flesh? Or are you going to subdue your flesh? Because if you obey your flesh, then you all about no good thing.
Obey your thirst.
Hey, y'all, yeah, like you said, we got to deal with suffering right now. And these wicked people have to deal with the consequences of them being wicked.
That's it. Yeah. They I mean, here it is. Matter of fact, in this First Thessalonians chapter 3:3, it says that no man should be moved by these afflictions. For yourselves know that we were appointed thereunto. For verily, when we were with you, we told you before that we should suffer tribulation, even as it came to pass, and ye know.
Hey, that goes into Ezra too. My son, if thou comest to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. And how often? Constantly.
Constantly endure.
Because now the tempter is going to tempt you even more. How he going to tempt you?
At home,
Off the lust of your own flesh.
in the streets,
Well,
you know, wherever you are, you're gonna constantly face temptation or vexation.
yep.
I left Highland Park to shoot downtown so I can jump on an express bus, come back this way to get picked up by Asha. I stopped to eat. All right, I'm getting food, and there's a young Jake, man. Probably I'm old enough to be his father more than likely. Why does this dude decide that it's okay to hit on me? Wow. So so I bought my food, and then he was like, "Here, complimentary drink on the house," and he just kind of slammed it down. I was like, "Okay, thank you, man." Then when I got to the register, he left his station to come to the register, and then gave me a cookie. So then, I'm like, okay, I see what's going on. This is fruit. Then I went and then I walked, and so I went to the far corner of the restaurant, away from everybody. All right, so I could actually plug up my phone and was actually listening to brothers, listening to videos. Why turn around and he behind you for 2 more cookies?
Damn. Damn. See?
So I'm like, I don't want to front him, and I had to control my spirit. And I said, oh man, you trying to make me fat? Yeah, I kind of, threw it back on. I was like, man, I don't want to be fat, bro. And I let him, and I said in a very manly-like manner. And so then he saw my confidence and he kind of got it. He left me alone after that. I didn't have to say anything. Like, dude, I ain't like you, bro.
Right.
But that was a vexation, man.
Yeah.
Right? And then, and I'm sitting there in the window eating, and all I see is our women, Northern and Southern Kingdom, half bucket ass naked, man.
Right.
Now here's the triple side of that. Because I am a man and I like ass and titties.
That's right.
I'm not gonna sit up and pretend like I don't.
Right.
But the point being, it was still a vexation, seeing, because it's like, why our women got to be like that? Right? Ishmael women walking by, fine as hell too, but at least their titties went out.
And if I may say, these are the things that we have to suffer. Another word for suffer is allow. All right? So we have to allow wickedness its time.
And if I said anything to any of them, it would have been a whole drawn out. I would have called them misogynist and everything, every damn thing else.
Yeah. Is it now? You know the lesson that you did when we talked about the wink. It's a time for the men of the Lord to wink,
Wink at it.
and all the other shit.
Yeah.
Because that word wink means
Overlook.
to overlook, not punish, not attend to. It's time for us until the Most High give us that power, until He makes us from fish. Somebody get fishers to hunters.
And shalom to you brothers on the comment.
Yeah, con. And somebody get fishers to hunters. Right now we're still fishing mode.
And sister.
Con. We're in fishing mode. We are not in hunting mode.
Right.
Until we get the power, don't be thinking that we in the power. Because outside of the power, if you're not in the power of the Lord, doing it sanctioned by the Lord, what power are you in? The power of your flesh.
Yeah.
And if you're in the power of your flesh, that means you're contrary to the power of the Lord. The Most High He said our warfare is not carnal. We take L's, we lose on this side until the Lord gives us power.
Right? Unless you're defending your physical body.
Yes.
Because it's coming at you.
Right. An actual literal physical attack that
Right.
broke the barrier.
Then, but up until that point, we don't, if it's not, because there's been plenty of times where people came with us on the line, came with us as a camp, came with different brothers, just had a recent thing to go down. And brothers did what they had to do. But we're not out there pushing for that. We're not trying to do that.
Right.
All right? we're trying to because the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, man.
That's right. But spiritual, man.
We're pulling down the strongholds.
Yeah, yeah, because our strength is Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai.
That's right.
His word, his truth. All right, and so we
Look what we've done. Look the condition of the world because His word, because the Lord allowed us to understand His word and stop pushing it. And you know, it seemed like for a long time there wasn't nothing happening. But oh man, the Lord is showing you we have had an effect on this planet.
That's right.
And that's why we're the biggest threat on the internet, but we're no physical threat at all.
That's it.
Just simply our words, because Salaki, we're coming out of the book, and this book is damaging, it's condemning, just like Professor Rosenberg over the weekend had to agree that none of the curses in Deuteronomy, happened to the Jewish population of the earth.
Exactly.
Professor Rosenberg, his name wasn't Rosenberg, I'm just calling him that. But he was a professor, and I mentioned the name Rosenberg, so now he's Professor Rosenberg. But because what did I say? You was there, right? And I said the Rosenbergs didn't go through that. And you know what he said? He finished my sentence. He said, we're talking about the slave trade. I said, and I said, and the Rosenbergs didn't go through any of that. And then his immediate response was, but they funded it.
That's absolutely.
And this was a Jewish professor.
Yes. And because he know, if you go to
Once he realized, because when he first walked up, we was his niggas. But once we started talking to him, he quickly realized that, okay, these ain't
no dummies.
Yeah,
His body language quickly changed.
his whole countenance changed. Because he realized that, damn, these guys know some history, they understand this Bible, they know what the fuck's going on. And he agreed. He was like, yeah, he didn't deny the truth.
Because if you go to this, like this is right here, the slave ships on the National Archives. They say they'll give you the names of different slave ships, and then you can find out the owners too. I'm not gonna go that hard, but some of this is the slave ship Jesus. That's not on this list right here. But all this right here, these are slave ships.
you had a Jewish merchant ship owner named Aaron Lopez, and a lot of those ships. And he was,
They had a ship named Africa.
And most of the ship owners in the British, what was it called? That company.
East India, which if you look at their flag, it's the American flag outside. It's the Britain American flag together.
Yeah, but most of those owners were Jewish. That's just a simple fact, man. And what you can't deny, because why? It's written in the annals of history. All right, so that it is what it is.
I'm gonna read. Can I read a little bit of this?
Absolutely.
Almost as soon as it appeared in 1991, the secret relationship generated a controversy that centered more on his intention than his scholarship. The noise level was heightened by 1993 by the turmoil that swirled around Professor Tony Martin of Wesley College, a tenured professor in Wesley's Department of African Studies. Martin assigned to one of his classes portions of the book, which singles out Jews for special prominence in the Atlantic slave trade and for having played a particularly prominent role in the enslavement of quote-unquote Africans in the Americas. And that's not Africans, those are the actual Israelites.
And they know that. So it's a very hateful and racist statement to call a Negro an African. All right? Well, so, as a matter of fact, it's still a very racist and hateful statement to call a Negro anything but an Israelite. Because the evidence proves that they know that the so-called Negroes that came to the America were Israelites. They knew that many of the Negroes that were already here were Israelites that came on these ships. And they knew that many of the Negroes that were already here were also Israelites. And they also knew that the natives, all right, who were also Negroid type people, they were all the Northern Kingdom was very dark going back a couple hundred years ago. That's when they really started getting lightened up, man. After Cristobal Colon came in his continual rape for hundreds and hundreds of years through the men who followed. We've had to endure and endure and endure. Well, I didn't want to go too far into that. I want to break it back.
All right, Kai. If you look in there on the right, it just shows you all the ethnicity. You see Jews, and there's their slave ship owners: Abigail, Crown, Nassar, Four Sisters, etc.
You can go do your research and you'll see.
So is that what they mean by you shall sell yourselves?
Yeah.
Hey, see, but
They
then-
can't.
Levi sold him to Ben Judah.
Hey, see, but this is who the Most High allowed right now to be in rulership, and Esau is the basis of men, the most carnal. All right, so here it is. We have to revert to the spirit, man. All right, it says a just man falleth 7 times, but get back up again.
Yeah.
See, but we don't use our liberty for a cloak of maliciousness.
Come.
You know, and so we revert to the spirit as much as possible, man.
Yeah, because carnality on this side is going to give you a very temporary glory.
Well, it's
Right? It's going to be like, man, he went down swinging. That's it. You're going to take a few of them out, you know. Because what was that that Navy lieutenant that they killed?
Oh yeah,
When they were so afraid of him, they just burned the building
Yeah.
down in a minute. They didn't even want to engage him.
oh yeah.
Right.
The one that went on the run, that
Yeah,
Jake.
yeah. See,
Yeah, they didn't want to engage him. Yeah, but you know, he was tearing them off.
Yeah.
He was using the military tactics on them, man. He was tearing them off, and then but he had a very
Christopher Thorne.
that the water, bro. Christopher Dorn, that was his name. He went out on his shield. He had a good run, man. All right. So you don't want to that ain't the way. We got what he should have did, whatever pissed him off, he should have just let that shit roll off his back and kept collecting checks.
right. Because hey, basically, by the time our Lord and Savior come, we gotta be found the Israel of God. You know what I'm saying? We gotta be found fighting to be spiritual and reverting to the spirit, man. Because if we gonna go get our cousins and our guns, and, you know, then we ain't no better than the heathens. We gonna be found heathen.
Hey, well, because you know Esau, he wins. Being in carnality, he wins, man.
That's him.
That's his blessing.
Yeah, so we just gotta understand that prophecies got to be fulfilled, and the Lord, he gonna take this devil down his way, man.
That's
we
right.
just gotta wait on it. How about shooting out shot?
Because you have a very short-lived victory going against Esau. You're gonna have your moment of shine, but you're gonna still end up dead.
That's it. This is Jeremiah 16:16. Behold, I will send for many fishers, saith the Lord, and they shall fish them. Right now we're in the spirit of fishing. We go out there to the highways and the byways, we go out to the camps, we go out on these videos that we do right now. This is a spiritual bait being thrown at all the Israelites. And it says, saith the Lord, and they shall fish them. And after will I send for many hundreds, and they shall hunt them from every mountain and from every hill and from out of the holes of the rocks. Let the Most High give us the spirit and the power of hunting before we start hunting. Right now, we're in the spirit of fishing. And so until the Most High give us that power, stay in the spirit of fishing.
At least you are cast away.
Exactly. Because now you're doing what? You're doing it. You're in the Judas Iscariot position. He was actually trying to forward the kingdom. He was trying to push it and force the hand of the Lord. You can't do that.
Nope.
You have to follow within the bounds of the spirit. And right now we're in fishing time.
Yeah.
We fish.
And because of carnality. So here, that's what that Romans 13 kick in, man. You know what I'm saying? So no, we roll in the spirit because ultimately the Lord is coming to save those that were spiritual, man. This is real quick, Romans chapter 2, verse 28. For he is not a Jew, which is one outwardly, neither is that circumcision which is outward in the flesh. But he is a Jew, which is one inwardly. And circumcision is that of the heart in the spirit and not in the letter, whose praise is not of men, but of the Most High God. So it ain't about rolling with the flesh and your strength and what you can do because you did this particular thing. And no, it's all praises to Yahweh Shem Yahushua and rolling with his righteousness, rolling with his way, understanding that we were appointed to be proved right now, to be tested right now. So who gonna revert to the flesh? Because it's easy to do that. See, but it's a fight. That's why the Apostle Paul, before he said, I subdue my flesh, he said, so fight I. What does he fight? The flesh.
He
Right.
said I could be ready.
I keep under my body. Right what I'm saying? Before he said, I keep under my body, he said, so fight I. This is what we're fighting, man. The flesh. Because it's a war even between the spirit and the flesh. Who gonna win? See, those that revert to the spirit, that's who gonna win, because the scriptures tells us to put off the weak nature. All right, but then it goes on to say, in that Isaiah 52, it says, "Put on your strength." And in Proverbs 8, it tells us who our strength is.
Sirach 2, it says, woe to them who have lost patience. What shall I do when the Lord comes? If you're ready to avenge yourself, then why are you not patiently waiting? Whoever got Sirach 2, read the whole thing.
You got Romans 12.
I got the Romans 12.
You got the Romans
Actually,
12?
yeah, I was already.
Tell you. Anyway.
But this is Romans 12 and
18?
come on, brother. And just spiritually, I'll read it for you, break it down.
Okay.
This Romans 12 and 17. Who's going off? Recompense to no man evil for evil. Provide things honest in the sight of all men.
Right, man. All right, because a lot of times you're going to be put in a situation where you're going to do you wrong, man. All right? And you're going to feel offended. You're going to feel like you want to get carnal. All right? Even when they threaten you with things that you know that you possibly have the power to do. All right? Hey, you can't just be like, hey, I'm going to get carnal with them, man. All right?
Especially considering that the Lord is in control of all these things.
Yep.
Hey, before King David went to war, the ancient Israelites went to war. They didn't just go to fucking war. They went and prayed to the Lord to see if they would deliver the enemy delivered to their hands. So if you take things matters in your own hands, the Lord will give you over to them, man.
That's it.
Now, if you use that same scenario and use Gideon, did not Gideon go say, look, twice and say, Lord, are you serious that I should go do this? He said, I'm going to do the feast one way, then I'm going to do the feast other. If it's wet one time, it's dry one time. That's because we was like, now, I am not trying to come in my spirit. Because if we can go in our spirit, that show you the fear of the Lord. I'm not trying to go into my flesh because matter of fact, the Lord would say, you got to go attack this XYZ heathens. And he said, how many guys we got? Oh, 10,000 too many. 500 too many. You know what? Give me 300. Because then they'll know it's not them, it's the power of the Lord. Because we are soldiers of the Most High. So we got that in our spirit. We are hot to what? Against wickedness. If you go and look at the zeal that men of the Lord had, that fervent zeal because of the wickedness that was going on in the world, and they'll go do all this shit to destroy that shit. That's us. But we have to temper it and every time and place. Ecclesiastes is a time and place for all things, man. It's a time to war. It's a time not to war. It's time to get hot. It's a time to say, you know what, I'm going to chill out. And even when, yes, you're right, he needs his head cut off. It's time to say, you know what, I'm going to set me with the Lord, man. And I'm not going to force the hand of the Lord. Right?
If it be possible, as much as alive in you, live peaceably with all men.
Right, man. But look, no matter what the situation is, the Lord will give you a way out, man.
Oh yeah.
As long as you don't get carnal, the Lord is the way out.
Yep.
You know, nobody, hey, the people threaten us, people put guns on the camp.
Yeah.
It's always the way out, man.
It actually been shot at.
Right? Yeah. You know? It's just about
Spit on the fire.
Then you can blow on the spark or you can spit on it.
Right.
The knives that you blow on it, that increase the fire, that increase the range. Alright, if you spit on it, that puts it out. It happens. Proverbs tell you when soft answer turns away wrath. It was in that parking lot, that dude pulled that gun out. I immediately, not on no fearful shit, but on some wise shit. He David himself played guitar. This sweet ass, we ain't on that. Ain't nothing wrong with saying I don't want no smoke, brothers.
Yeah.
Right.
And look, being tough ain't shit, man.
No.
Alright, that's easy, man. Say it again. Being tough ain't shit, man. That's easy. Alright, being able to, as a man, to humble down. Alright, just because, hey, for one, the Lord say, don't doubt the fear of death. Alright, the Lord can have your ass be a vegetable for months, then you finally fucking die.
Hey,
Yeah, and then you could also do something to cause another brother to get fucked up. And then you gotta live with that shit.
Right. Hey, it's easy to roll with the flesh, man. You tough when you subdue your flesh.
That's
now
right,
you tough.
Yeah, like not putting your penis in that other man's wife.
Exactly.
Telling her no, and getting the hell up out of there.
But she was right there talking about come get it.
Right.
Hey, now you pass that up. You tough.
Right.
Right.
Well, how is it that
They actually say that.
women come at the brothers?
Tough Jack.
Women come at brothers when right when the Sabbath starts.
God knows.
You know.
Hey, this is I'm gonna get back to that right now, but this is Proverbs 16:32. He that is slow to anger is better than the mighty. He that willeth the spirit than he that taketh the city. You know how raw you gotta be, how mighty you gotta be. So the whole don't sin. But it says you better, you control your spirit, you control that rage. That's true strength. That's true toughness. Mental fortitude. All right? Mental fortitude. So, brother, this is back in Romans 12 and 19. They got, the dearly beloved, avenge not yourselves, but rather give place unto wrath. For it is written, vengeance is mine, I will repay, saith Yahweh.
You really have to wait on the Lord. Read it again, brother Bob.
Dearly beloved, avenge not yourselves.
We have the Spirit of the Lord. We already good if we stay within it. He will come for us, bro. We have to keep on our bodies. Please read it again.
Dearly beloved, avenge not yourselves.
Don't avenge yourself or other brothers. Let the Most High do it until the Most High give us power.
Yeah, because if something happens to a brother, all right, no matter how much we love him, you have to understand that the Lord allowed that to happen. It happened for a reason. The reason behind our understanding, and the Lord is going to recompense that brother, and He's going to and also recompense us. Because if we lose a brother, we take an L too. So the Lord is going to fix all of that.
Hey.
We can't go fix it ourselves.
And,
That's the second worst part. The worst part is she's an old, out of shape one.
Yes.
They didn't even get a slim bitch that can do like her. Some fake raw ass.
So, right, Sonya.
And she ain't got no mobility. She can't do shit.
The MMA
They
girl.
got it right.
She can't do shit.
Right. Her stunt double Raw's fault.
hey,
Because it ain't her.
They should have got like the bitch that played in the Marvel movie. Somebody like her that can at least do a fake little flip legs in that flip you over.
Scarlett
Yeah,
Johansson.
Scarlett.
Well, she actually trained jiu-jitsu and gymnastics and shit.
God damn, they got
Even Halle Berry did it for that one
Halle
role.
Berry got down
In that one role.
With Joanna, right? With Joanna.
Yeah, and that and in John Wick.
Ah.
Tactical training.
Even that other bitch, what was the one? She played like a Brazilian assassin.
Colombiana.
Colombiana.
oh yeah, that.
They got old ass Oprah Winfrey's sister. They got from the color purple.
From the color.
They got her sister from the color
You
purple.
do right by me.
So like it, man. They got her doing that shit.
Hey, but a quick. Hey, look, the Lord. I done seen the Lord turn this to vegetables, man. Like literally, I done seen the Lord literally fight for brothers, man. You know what I mean? And didn't have to lift a finger, man. I'm talking about serious, worse than death judgments happen to people. Hey, we used to teach downtown, and it's a young Jake Scoffer. We seen a deterioration of this guy, man, to the point to where he couldn't scoff no more. Yeah, he in a wheelchair now. You know,
He scoffed hard for years.
and we seen a gradual deterioration. It was like every week something else was fucked up about him.
And he still didn't get it.
Right.
And we told him these things were gonna happen to him.
The one dude that scoffed this, he called the cops on for the cop beat.
Then cop beat right. Cops beat his
Cop beat
ass.
his ass after calling him.
You-
Yeah, the one that got his ass whooped twice.
That's still hate.
Hey, the Lord, the vengeance of the Lord is one of Matai's favorite scriptures, man. I love it, brother. Read it too. He get into it, man. But hey, hold your peace. The Lord is fight for thee, man. You gotta believe that.
I wish that you
So, but you know what kills them the hardest? Therefore, if thy enemy hunger, feed him. If he thirst, give him drink. For in so doing, thou shalt heap coals of fire on his head. Be not overcome of evil, but overcome evil with good. There's nothing wrong with saying, I don't want no smoke. There's nothing wrong with humbling down. No, you got a big dog, ain't on it. There's nothing wrong with that, man. Ain't David the mightiest warrior outside of Yahushua? He played retarded, man. And then he still joined their army. It was so raw. The king said, well, get this man out of here. This man retarded, man. They ended up joining their army after, and then you know what happened? He ended up getting more land for us, Israel. He went took down other nations by their army, man.
See
For
that?
us.
See that?
That's called wisdom. Prudence, man.
God.
No, we ain't got it. We're not here to be tough guys. This word is tough. In fact,
This
that
word is killing them.
right. This battle ain't in our hands, man. Ain't nobody. It says, man, his best estate is vanity. All right, it's niggas. They call it a puncher, a fighting chance. All right, you can be the smallest nigga on the planet and hit with a one lucky punch. Now your ass laid out. You seen this?
You got hitters who normally be knocking people out, get sleep.
That's it.
Yeah.
Hey,
Right?
That's
Hey, I don't know who was watching that one fight when Gonzaga head kicked Crow Cop.
Oh, yeah.
And Crow Cop known for kicking people in the head. And what is it? Joe Rogan was like, oh shit, he Crow Cop. Because no one expected him to be knocked out by the head kick. They were waiting for him to head kick Gonzaga. And next thing you know, he got kicked in the head, got sleep.
man.
So it ain't about being tough, man.
That's it. Yeah, now I said you mentioned King David, correct?
Because Goliath was tough as fuck.
That's right. Fuck. So now I'm gonna mention
And I bet he had a lot of buddies on him.
absolutely.
You know,
That's
like
why I said
that,
it's
like
dumb
that,
dog.
like that character. What was his name? Borgia, the character that Achilles went out to fight, because his king said he has an effect on men.
Right.
Right, and you saw he was battle scarred. This dude been stabbed, cut. He had clearly won many battles, but that wasn't his day.
That's it. See, now this is John 10, because now you were mentioning King David. Yahweh Shai, this is the power that he had. He says, John 10 and 15, as the Father knoweth me, even so I know the Father, and I lay down my life for the sheep. Verse 17, therefore does my Father love me, because I laid down my life that I may take it again. This is the man who could take down and lay down, and he let these...
He told
He said
Peter,
he could've
he
called
could
out-
That's the
allegiance.
spirit. I'm just gonna say
I
that.
was just gonna say it too. I've been thinking.
Crazy.
He said he could call down allegiance, man, but yet he took the L.
Come on!
Because
it was a big
and that's
W
another
early.
thing why we can't be
Was
carnal,
the big W.
because it can't be our glory. How much I got to get his glory first?
He's ready.
I don't care how many people I done head kicked and elbowed and choked the fuck out. I can't get my glory before Yahushua gets his, man.
Because, like you said, Yahushua took that L, but he took the L for a big W. And it's going to bounce right back to King David because he's a man after the Most High heart. So this is 2 Samuel 16. And I'm going to start at 7. I'm going to read through it. And thus said Shemaiah, when he cursed, come out thou bloody man, and thou man of Belial. The Lord hath returned upon thee all the blood of the house of Saul, in whose stead thou hast reigned, and the Lord hath delivered the kingdom into the hand of Absalom thy son, and behold, thou art taken in thy mischief, because thou art a bloody man. So this man, this Benjaminite, is going off scoffing the king. We threw stones at him, he's talking shit, all type of stuff, right? Let's see how this played out. And he was going off.
Yep.
All right, because Absalom wasn't to be the king, you know. Then said Abishai, the son of Zeruiah, unto the king, why should this dead dog curse my lord the king? Let me go over, I pray thee, and take off his head. Here's the point. And the king said, what have I to do with you, ye sons of Zeruiah? So let him curse. Why? Because the Lord has said unto him, curse David. Who shall then say, wherefore hast thou done so? And David said to Abishai and to all his servants, behold, my son, which came forth of my bowels, seeketh my life. How much more now may this Benjaminite do it? Let him alone, let him curse, for the Lord hath bidden him. It may be that the Lord will look on mine affliction, and that the Lord will requite me good for his cursing this day. And the same thing with Yahushua, he was beaten, he was cursed. He laid down his life. He took the L for the big W, which came for what? Glory. He said, glorify me as now that you have done in the beginning. But Yahushua, to get that, he had to go through the curse. He had to go through the beating. He had to lay his life down.
Is the servant greater than his master? We have to go through the same thing. Somebody grab that.
Oh, let me get this is Sirach 28. I'm gonna jump around. Sirach 28:1. He that revengeth shall find vengeance from the Lord, and he will surely keep his sins in remembrance.
Let's wait a moment.
It says Sirach 28:1. He that revengeth shall find vengeance from the Lord.
The Lord said, vengeance is mine, saith the Most High. I will repay. Who the fuck are you to put vengeance in your hands? And make me think of the guy in Maccabees who was trying to get a name. He saw, Judas, Maccabees doing all this extra stuff. He said, what about Jair? He said, what all this? What? I'm about to go out there. I'm about to go do something. I'm about to go. I ain't going to make it. And then the Lord, he went around.
He died cold as hell. That was what
It's mentioned that, right?
But did I not just say that?
Yeah.
You're gonna have that shine for a moment. It's written. He made it into the book.
He did some wrong
He
shit.
made it into the book.
The Lord said he was cold, right? And cold and dead.
Right. They said he gave basically put the spotlight on him. Right?
No.
I probably shouldn't have did it from under there.
Exactly.
Damn.
Exactly. His name is rippled through time for thousands of years on what not to do, man.
Con.
You know, and that we don't want that.
I don't want it like
I
that.
don't want that. This is Sirach 28:7. It says, remember the commandments and bear no malice to thy neighbor. Remember the covenant of the highest and wink at ignorance.
Oh,
All right?
see, that goes slack it. Goes back to the wink. If you go into the New Testament where Yahweh Basham Yahushua said, at times past he winked at this, that goes into the word overlooked, didn't attend to or didn't punish.
That's it.
But he said, now I'm about to punish.
That's
Ain't
it.
no more winking.
That's
So
it.
now it's time for us to wink because we don't have the power until the Lord give us the power.
Right. We're dealing with badass kids. These are children of disobedience.
Badass kids and rebellious women, man.
Man.
All right, any brother whose woman does exactly what she wanted to do, how he wants her to do it, all right, when he wants her to do it, please stand up. I'll sit on the floor.
Right.
Let
me get in the basement.
Let me ask you another question. Right? How many of your women actually know and know and understand about you? How about Shem Shai? Know they're supposed to be in order.
Well, they know they know
They're
it.
supposed to be.
Right? They know it, but they don't do it.
As long as Esau's ruling, they always want to go word for word. They always want to go word for word with you. They think you're equal.
But
right?
babe,
They always got a butt, and then tell you got a butt.
I thought, but
All right. They always wanted to. They don't want to truly fall under your vibration. All right. So, and guess what? That's part of taking the L too.
Yeah, because
guess what? No matter how much you love her or not love her or but whatever your situation is, she's never gonna submit 100%. She's not.
it's not gonna happen.
Not until that day comes.
That's a part of
Right? And the problem with that though is that she may find herself on the outside when the day comes.
That's it.
Because you women out there listening, and you women of these men, right? You women that actually connect to these great men that are doing the work for the Lord, man. Right? Remember, when Isaiah 4:1 comes, you don't have to be one of those women.
Right.
All right? You women who, as we getting on the men, you Israelite women who out of order, man, you mess around and get left behind like the damn fake ass movies.
That's right.
It's just like
wife.
It's just like the scripture the brothers brought out with Shimei, because he didn't pay for it at the time of King David. He paid for it with Solomon, man.
Right.
You know, so he still ended up getting fucked up. You know, but that was a part of us. It's still part of that same order that the Lord Himself, when He came on this earth, He suffered for our sins and His. You know, but he ended up getting the W in there, man. This is that Matthew that y'all had called for, Matthew 10:24. It says the disciple is not above his master, nor the servant above his Lord. So yeah, Yahweh Shai suffered for these things, you know, and it had to be 2/3 and heathens to put him to death, you know, but they still gonna get they judge when the Lord comes back.
Hey, the Lord left a hit list. This is 1:7. Behold, He cometh with clouds, and every eye shall see Him, and they also which pierced Him. So the Lord got a hit list. So like the other has said, you can't jump the guns. If he got a
hit list, that means he took an L when he could have reigned and shined.
Who gonna put that hit on the 2/3?
Right. And here back in the time of Yahweh Shai, he gets smoked. It was like, and they're mocking him like, oh, who smoked you? Who hit you? And he got pierced by all this other stuff. And he took all of that. He said, I laid my life down, and I'm going to pick it back up again.
Said this man that heals so many, and he himself cannot heal, man.
Right.
You don't think the Lord felt some type of way when He could have fucking called Legion down?
And then they stabbed him when he was at his weak point on some cow shit. Like, you know what I mean?
But they're on the list.
Right there on that list, yeah.
Guess what? They on the hit list as well.
Yeah.
It's like the same way with Jake, man. We want that judgment, we want that vengeance. That's the same way Yahweh Shai is, man. You know, don't think that we're the only ones that want this, man. The Lord was on that tip too, but He held His patience, man.
Okay. Like I said, it got to be done His Father's way, which is Yahweh.
Here's Isaiah 63:4, and this, remind you, this is right after the prophecy where it's talking about Yahweh Shai bringing judgment upon Edom. Verse 4 it says, For the day of vengeance is in my heart, and the year of my redeem is come, man. It's in his heart, man. The scripture says, what will I not already be on fire, man?
And with that redeemer.
So
Go ahead, brother. There's more to that.
That was the point. I got one. This is James chapter 1, verse 20. For the wrath of man worketh not the righteousness of God. So, hey, like you said, man, you may be getting vexed. You may be getting vexed at your women, these women. You may be getting vexed at theirs. And you acting upon your wrath, man, you're not working the righteousness of Yahweh when you're on shy, man. You know, hey, he told Jonah, he said, doest thou well to be angry?
Yep.
You know, like, what? You think the Lord, you think the Lord ain't sick of these motherfuckers? You think
You
the
madder
Lord
than
ain't
him?
trying to
Hey, we all felt like Jeremiah when he was like, curse these people and die.
Yeah.
We all feeling that right now. Right?
That's the reason why, Salaki, just to back up what you were saying, why we don't even get mad at brothers for feeling the way that brothers feel, man. Man, when you've been beat down, hung, raped, and pillaged, and ran through the fucking, the miry and the muck.
We ran through the oppression grinder, man.
Man, yes.
We're all oppressed in one way or another, in multiple ways.
Anger and sin not.
And who said 3 years ago the niggas put those guns on us in the Passover? Yeah. So my homework, so I said, you know, let the Lord do it. Guess what? Those two Satan disciples shot some Latin kings, and then those same disciples got hit by a car by my coworker, and he wasn't intended to hit him. Right in front of Yellow Olive College Church. Man.
So your coworker ended up hitting the same dudes you was talking about.
Yeah.
Call her lawyer.
That shit rose in.
Hey, the movie clip. What?
But the Lord, that's why Sirach and
That shit
So
rose
man
in.
never even laid eyes on these men. Ended up running them over
Yeah.
because they just ran down the street running from some gang shit.
No, they put their guns on us.
No, I already know what you're talking about.
I know what you're talking about.
We just came out of the Passover. We on our way home. They came up to the car like, hey, what's set y'all? Like, y'all GD, y'all this, what that? And we was like, you remember the Lord, what the family had guns and all that, and then they let us go.
Yeah.
But I remember that because it's like, nigga, fuck us, you know. But the Spirit had us being cool, and so we ended up getting out of there. But then for the Lord to do that afterwards.
The next week.
Next week,
I got a scripture.
they got hit by, same two dudes got hit by a car. By a man that you happen to tell about. You can't script that, man. In front of the place we actually you can't script that, man. You can't do that. But you know what? Call her lawyer, how about you? That just confirms to me that the Lord is with us, man. He got us back.
The one time when Shakal, it wasn't even hours after. Shakal ended up take me by my house after we left here. We were still in my driveway at 4 a.m. At before 7 a.m. One supposedly the neutron was going to go throw out the garbage. The shorties were walking down the alley. They're like, hey, what's up, King? Let me get a cigarette. And he was a king, but they were these. They shook up with him and they took out the pistol and shot him in his yard, like hours after they fucked with me and Shakal. The Lord literally did it in hours, man.
Whoa.
That's why. Like I said, that was one of the homies that got killed in the alley. It was 3 hours. It wasn't even 3 hours because Shakal was still in my tree.
Hilarious.
And that's why we have to let the Most High do the Most High. We are not in control. We are just the servant. The Lord says, when you've done all that you're supposed to do, say I'm an unprofitable servant just doing my duty.
Hey.
The Lord puts the Spirit in us to go to the left. He puts the Spirit to go to the right. The Most High is doing this. He got us. If we understand that the Most High got us, why do us? Because we want to go head on and get our, like the Yahshua say, oh, nigga just trying to get his last lick in. He want his lick back.
Hey.
I don't want no lick back. I want the Most High lick back because the Most High lick back is going to be better than my lick back.
Hey, remember? Oh no.
He went to throw out the trash and he was the trash.
No, remember me and Pop. Remember when we were talking about it? The Lord just was having the end for a lot of these wicked niggas. He'll have them do.
Just the fuck. Just the fuck.
The Lord is done. Yeah.
Right. Clip it. Can I hit this real quick? It's the 2 Thessalonians 1. I'm gonna start at 6. It says, seeing it is a righteous thing with the Most High to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you, and to you who are troubled, rest with us. Come. 6. 2 Thessalonians 1 and 4. So that we ourselves glory in you, in the churches of the Most High, of your patience in the faith, in all your persecutions and tribulations that ye endure. It said, which is a manifest token of the righteous judgment of the Most High.
So we got to deal with things like this. Goes back to what the Elder Corral said. The Lord, you have to hit some of these niggas. In order for us to get the kingdom and for them to get destroyed, they have to do something to earn it. So they come against us, they do what they do, and now we are able to, Lord willing, we are elect to get the kingdom, and I have to get that judgment still. Now we endure, like King David said, peradventure, this is so I can get this evil so it can be to my good. That's what we're hoping for. That's what we laid this life down. You have to suffer.
Had that conversation. We want to get it on this side.
Rather get it now than get it later.
Get it later, man. That's real quick. This is Revelation 2 and 26. I'm gonna read 25. But that which ye have already, Salakia, but that which ye have already hold fast till I come. And he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nations.
And that's when you're going to be glorified. See, but you can't be glorified unless you go through the sufferings. Right now. All right, we have to endure those sufferings and revert to the Spirit. Grow in the Spirit.
You can't go and you could go fight the best match, technical as fuck, be cold as hell, submission of the night and everything, man. You know? But it's like, okay, but you won your first white belt match. Now you ready for your black belt. And he was so cold, he beat everybody. Got all gold. He beat one no gi. Right. He just cold. Right. No, man, you gotta do that again and again and again.
Right, because if you did go in front of that black belt, the black belt going to hurt your ass so fucking bad, you might not even want to go fight no more.
Actually, he's gonna laugh at you.
Exactly. He don't even bother with you, man. Right. But that's the thing. Our warfare is, Lord, what would you have me to do, and when, and where, and how, versus let me go ahead and take vengeance in my hands. When the Lord says vengeance is mine, I shall repay. That means we don't exact vengeance on our own. We follow the well. We catch L's until we catch the W. We don't catch the W until we in them chariots, man. Or the Lord give us that power. Until then, Isaiah the sixth chapter, he says, "How long, Lord, shall I be cussing these motherfuckers out?"
The Lord gave us, we get W's and we don't even know it, man. You know, some of the brothers never got the C word at all.
That's right.
And brothers who did get it got over it and beat it. I got it and I beat it in 3 days. You know.
And those L's are really blessings.
Exactly.
Hey, like a motherfucker.
You know, the Lord, when you really think about so many ways, man. You know, my client's been stagnant. You know, I lost half my clients since I've been in this truth. More than half, actually. But the Lord always provides a way, man. You know, I mean, I didn't have my hand out for help a few times, but that's not a constant thing to me. You know, the Lord always provides and finds a way, man.
I have some real quick.
This is back in 2 Thessalonians 1, and 5. It says, which is a manifest token of the righteous judgment of the Most High, that ye may be counted worthy of the kingdom of the Most High, for which ye also suffer.
There it is.
All
we
right.
Gotta be counted. We gotta be made worthy for it. It's just not a silver spoon thing.
Oh, no.
You know, him just giving it to us.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying? Nah, we gotta go through.
Ricky Schroeder.
Right.
Hey,
I wanted that train.
Yeah, going on the river.
I wanted the big old arcade game. I'm like, ooh, when I get older. It ain't like that, man. We gotta work. We gotta fight.
And then Ricky, didn't he donate a lot of money to that kid they made a hero out of? The kid that shot the people in Kenosha. Ricky, you know what? I forget his real name. Ricky Schroeder.
Kyle Rittenhouse.
Yeah.
He got rich off that shit. The KKK gave him all type of money.
He made a hero. But Ricky Schroeder was one of the biggest donators to him.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
All right. This is verse 6. It says, seeing it is a righteous thing with the Most High to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you, and to you who are troubled rest with us, when the Lord Yahweh Shai shall be revealed from heaven with his mighty angels in a flaming fire, taking vengeance on them that know not the Most High and obey not the gospel of our Lord Yahweh Shai Mashiach. So these people gonna get smoked. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. Hey, that's like, you know, many incidents. But I had an incident at work. Fucking, it's a coon. He told me, I can't wait to see you fail. He said, I'm gonna enjoy seeing you fail. And I fucking looked at this dude and I laughed at him. I laughed at this nigga. Like, nigga, you don't know the half of it, motherfucker. You don't even, y'all niggas, these niggas really think America is finna continue, man. These motherfuckers are planning a fucking retirement. These motherfuckers are planning to buy a fucking house 3-4 fucking years from now. These people are really looking for America bouncing back.
Yes, they are.
And you can't wait to see me fail? Nigga, I can't wait to shine and see you burn, motherfucker.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? These people are finna get, man. The fuck you gonna...
And it could very well start this summer.
Right.
The way things are looking, something's gonna kick off. And they talking about these rolling blackouts in all major cities. We see how, man, downtown is probably crazy right now. What do you think would happen?
Bussin'.
All right, if the lights went out downtown Chicago
Super bussin'.
right now and did not come on for 2 or 3 days.
Super bussin'.
They're gonna find bodies all over the place. They're gonna find bodies all in the alleys, bodies in the subway. It's probably gonna be a couple hundred bitches getting raped.
Yep.
It's gonna be all kind of shit.
You heard about the Bishop Eccleston?
Yeah, I heard. Hey, brother, I've been prophesying that for years.
And we said it.
About the bandos, about all you gonna find with me.
We seen it.
Yeah. I said, yeah, you're gonna be handcuffed to a pipe in the basement next to a mattress.
The rest of them, you know, because they have found one city where the baby happened on Eccleston. They found 7 women in that motherfucker.
7 women?
7.
Send me that article about the shot.
They can't even get... It is crazy.
My next lesson.
That should show you that women don't got no power. That show you women ain't gonna have no. You women ain't fucking got power to save yourself,
Yeah,
man.
there was 7
Y'all still couldn't.
Right.
Hell.
And whoever chained them up had their way with them.
Hey, you.
Long dick style.
And then.
Had his way with them.
And then they're not smart. It's 7 of y'all. You motherfuckers, 7 of y'all. You got 7 brains, and you couldn't think your way out of this shit. It's 7 of you motherfuckers. When it go down, man, it's gonna be. Hey, that's why Daniel's 12.
I'm telling you, and I'm saying it, it's gonna
How much?
happen.
$40?
You're gonna have a guy that's got 7 to 10 women chained up in a house, and he gonna be taking money at the door. Right. And they're gonna be taking money at the door. And guess what? It ain't gonna be one guy coming in the room. That's right. All right. It's gonna be 2-3 guys coming in at once. All right.
Give these hoes, man.
Yeah. Think of the national athletics.
Hey, you know, when people say this, especially when the Lord,
Let's see,
this is coming out of the scripture, right? These women are about to be run through. The Lord says, rise up, you women that are at ease. Okay, you carry. All right. There's a great reckoning, and it's about to happen, and it's actually starting to happen.
We just had a
spiritual. I was just gonna say, we're doing this lesson. All this shit cracking, man. We doing a lesson on brothers having temperance and controlling themselves, because the days are coming. These people can't control themselves,
bro.
They're gonna be going fucking insane,
bro.
Man. So we gotta practice.
Matter of fact, you'll be able to find that video, cue up that video so you can see the nature of these Edomites. But I'm gonna read these scriptures that the Wabba put up. This is what was that? 1 Peter 4:13 and 12 and 13. It says, beloved, think it not strange concerning.
I got that.
Oh, it's like.
Oh, well, you go ahead and read it.
It's like
I've been sitting on
No, that's okay. It's okay. Yeah, all the way to 13. Sorry,
Yeah.
brother. You were following orders.
Yes, I was, and that made me feel bad. It's like.
It's 1 Peter 4:12. Beloved, thinking not strange concerning the fiery trial, which is to try you,
as though some strange thing happened unto you.
Only to you.
But rejoice inasmuch as ye are partakers of Yahweh's suffering, that when his glory shall be revealed, ye may be glad also with exceeding joy.
There you go, man. So that's what we're waiting for. And it's not a brother that's true who hasn't gone through it, who isn't going through it, or haven't been going through it all along. And if you haven't went through nothing yet,
It's coming.
Your time coming. All right. You a new brother, and you everything good. And
Wait till it. Wait till it's settled.
Right.
Wait till
It's funny when you say that. I remember when years ago when Matt had just kind of came in the truth. Me and the Marshall Pop was in his truck, and Matt was sitting in the back seat, and we said, "How them demons treat you?" He said, "I ain't got no demons. I'm good." We kind of looked at each other and smiled. Whatnot. And the shit literally just took off. We were like, wow.
Well, and then Matt got a heavy life.
Got a heavy life.
The Lord dealing with him. He got a heavy spirit.
Oh
You know?
yeah.
And
I
so
still ain't seen
the
nothing like
heavier
it.
your spirit is, the more shit you're gonna have to deal with, man. Matter of fact, and I'm gonna tell you, the Lord gave Matt a heavy portion, man. So much that it made nigga Raya jealous. He envied the hell out of Mataki, and I saw that with my own eyes.
It was
And he would come extra hard down on Mataki because he said, you gotta go and use your phone to go and go to the script.
Hey,
use the phone.
the biggest thing he used to say.
I use the phone. I use the scriptures. I use the course. I use what the fuck I need. What scripture say I gotta have all that on lockdown? Look at him like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
The biggest thing.
Because he's also, when he's using his phone, he's also using all the blue letter and all that stuff. I don't even know how to do a lot of that stuff, man. Man, you know what? I still go to the Strong's.
That's so wrong.
I open up my Strong's Concordance, bam.
That's so wrong. He don't use his phone. He
No.
never highlight his Bible. He never wrote his Bible.
There it is.
He highlighted one thing in his Bible. If I'm not mistaken.
So
he just wrong.
So that made what I said
Go, bro.
exactly true.
The spirit, bro.
My Bible all marked up. Oh, my brother, he don't. The Lord gave that man a heavy portion.
Yes, he did.
That is a true man of the Lord, man.
And that's why there are other nigglets and nigger.
That's why he's not here with us
they
now,
used to-
because the Lord, he needed to be elsewhere.
Hey,
The Lord elevated.
he was scoffed. He was scoffed because the relationship he had with Benji, like, because you know Benji, he a walking precept, a walking scribe. You know what I mean? Like this. Yeah.
Because he's not just Benji.
Saint Benji.
No.
Mighty Saint Benji. Mighty Saint Benji. Mighty Saint Benji. Salaga.
He gonna be humble and not say that, but I'm telling you, that is the mighty Saint Benji right there, man.
God.
Matter of fact, half the time when I can't remember nothing, he the one I call.
Oh yeah.
Salaki, brother. Salaki. Who has always been my first armor. I call this brother since I'm talking
There it
about.
is.
I
Scribe
was so
of
called into
scribes.
for years, and then I'm calling him for a precept because he had it.
There's
And
a coach,
that's-
LT.
As a matter of fact, speaking of it, Mathathia became my scribe. I followed the footsteps of this man. These men are men of the.
The setup was crazy.
These are the men of the Lord.
The setup was raw.
The Most High this is the Most High show. This ain't our
Setup
show.
was cold.
You know what I'm saying?
Chappelle show. Chappelle.
No.
bring your
key. Yahweh Shai show. This is the Most High show, man. Fuck us, man.
God. Let's let some of this play, man. It's a 6-minute video. We'll let a couple minutes play. Because just let you see the spirit that's on these Edomites, man, and it'll actually lift your spirits because it lets you know that we're that close to that because these Edomites are sick and tired, man. And they ready to get at it. And that video that you sent me was funny because the army guys making mockery of them. Like, bring it on. But what he forgetting is that they also him. And then not only that, a lot of the men, he think they just hillbillies, and a lot of the men that he serves with, a lot of them, these men are legends to them.
They're gonna smoke
They
him.
know these men.
They're gonna smoke him too.
Exactly.
On the Puerto Rican flag.
So
they're
they
gonna
gonna,
have
yeah,
that
he got
down.
Puerto Rican flag in the background.
Right.
That's gonna offend a lot of veterans in America.
Exactly.
So the point being, man, is that Esau is a nation divided, and guess what? They military divided too. Their police departments are divided too.
Yeah, I think
You think it's all love in the firehouses? No, it's not.
no.
This shit get ready to crack, man.
Hey, I think I told you, me and Yak, we played softball or whatever. And it was Mary Popo that was rolling a lot that one time. And then and Yak was like, come on. And there was 2 Jake police officers. He was like, there's gonna be problems between y'all stuff about the Bam and between the police, between the white police and the black police. And what did he say, Yak? He said it's already started.
Well, see that's
That's what the
true.
others say.
Because I got a guy that came up with me, and he basically said the same thing. His partner said it. I was talking to him, and his partner said we already there.
And
that was years ago.
And that's what God said, and that's how that happened.
Even before then, I used to date this Italian girl, and her uncle, I know him as Uncle Dave, but he saved some Judite children out the crib, and there's like some sort of thing you put in your mouth before you give mouth to mouth to anybody to prevent AIDS or whatever. When he did that, he came back and everybody celebrated him, the news, everything. But he said that his comrades were like, "Oh yeah, look, you must be a nigga lover because you didn't put those shit. You probably have AIDS now." He was a Sicilian, you know, because he wanted to save the Judite baby's life. So he didn't wear the protection. He just gave out the mouth. Right, and he got honored by the city. Everybody was cool. He said once he got back to the firehouse, they're like, oh, that nigga lover that's coming in.
Just some babies. Huh?
That's how they did him. You know, and then he was honored by everybody. And this is way before any of the shit. This is when I was in the world, because I remember I ended up going to the shit when they fucking propped him up, and I thought everybody was cool. Yeah, they were telling me, right. He's like, black babies.
The protocol is to use those barriers, but if you are real, you in the heat of the moment, you gonna go to work. You going to work. You know.
He saw a baby dying and just acted. That's okay. And he probably Jake anyway. But go ahead.
He is.
He's Sicilian too. He's more than likely he's Jake. So, man, let's play it. Some of this video. Turn it up,
Last intimacy to protect the same constitution in the same country. If you come to people's home and tell them to get in their home and what weapons to them, you'll be playing them in me first, because I will be standing. But we got level 5. Bring your A game.
Hey guys, I just want to make sure we're all on the same page here. I want to make sure we're using the same terminology. A civil war is a war between citizens of the same country. Yeah, we're not coming after our brown neighbors and our black neighbors and our Asian neighbors. No, we're coming after you corrupt politicians who have made untold fortunes telling us we should hate each other. Yeah, see, you fucked up. We're waking up out here, and we're coming together. We're coming together.
Is it just me, or does anybody else think this is like getting totally out of hand?
He said we're coming together.
If you do, what are you doing to prepare for it? What are you doing? Like you know this where this is going, right? I know you know, a lot of people know. But what are you doing to prepare for it? Are you in a group? Have you joined somebody? Message me. Follow us on Clapper. We have a group there. We're in every single state in America. We're supremacists. We're not racist. Ohio, Georgia. We really need y'all to step up. Alabama, Louisiana's been really doing good. Florida, Texas, they're really jumping up there. Come find me. Come find me on Clapper. Share this video before they cancel it, just like they have been everything else I've been doing.
Pause for a second. He's a target. Yep. Because he's an organizer, so they coming for him. Now this is a Marine. Let's hear what this Marine got to say. Standing in front of the flag.
Is it upside down?
The fuck up like I am.
Yeah.
I need you to reach out to me. Organize people by county in their states. We will establish secure lines of communication. Set up plans. If you're a civ, if you're a veteran, or if you're active.
Pause.
Shit.
Because what I say, active people are part of this. He's flying that flag upside down. This is a kingdom divided, man. All right, go ahead.
And they know all of the bullshit drills that Esau tell them to fucking do, and they active and they ain't with the shit.
See, these are war veterans, and a lot of these guys they sending now, they just soldiers. They ain't been to war.
Right.
All right, you go ahead.
They're niggas that need to go to college.
Charge it.
Violence or destruction. and for organization. We need to be ready, just in case it is necessary.
You'll be spitting out bits of the virus inside of your body.
Winds in the east. It's coming in. Like something is brewing.
Got a damn buoy head.
About to begin.
Booking.
Complete finger. All rising soon.
Salient. That's what.
Careful.
I need to say it. To all of our active duty military, to all of our police officers, we love you. You are our friends, you are our family, you are our neighbors, and we will always have your back. But if you turn your back on the citizens of this country, if you turn your back on the oath you took, if you turn your back on the Constitution of the United States of America, it will be like we never knew you. You will be another obstacle in the way of our freedom, and you will be treated as such.
Notice.
So yeah, I mean that was enough because he puts up that a house divided, but he put in the NLT version, and it basically he said Civil War. In the NLT, where it says a house divided against itself, it actually mentions a Civil War. Go ahead.
2 Ezra 15, 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and the destruction drawn. But there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard the kings or princes, presidents, or popo, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able to. And because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, and houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. Right? This is the times that we're living in, and the Lord said He is shaking up from the rooter to the tutor all this shit. Right?
Yeah. So hey, it's all coming to a close. So the point being is that we just need to endure, and and really fight against your own flesh and try to live and be in the spirit.
Because if you don't, guess what you're doing? You're in your flesh doing your battle. This is the Most High's battle. The victory is already won. We don't have to usher in the kingdom and force the hand of the Lord. All we have to do is do what He says.
Yeah, Judas did that and then work out too well. So, hey, so with that, man, we're going to give all praises, all honor, and glory
to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rekakodash.